digital literacy is. In fact, every year that we've been running this program, we feel like the concept is evolving over time. So we thought the best way to introduce you to the faculty is around this question.
It requires persistence, compassion, and diligence, and those are some of the themes that I'll be bringing into my conversations this week.
My idea of digital literacy and why it's important is that I want students to know how to read all types of media. So if we're using, So if we're using a color red in our advertisement, why is that? If we're using a certain camera angle, why is that? If we're clicking on a link in some in text, why are we clicking on that link? And I think students need to know when and why and how to do that, and I'll be talking about that at some of my workshops this week. So next we have...
So my definition of digital literacy is something that I've kind of evolved over my time with this institute. And what really is my initials are CC. So remember the letter C is kind of my hinge for this. So curation is something that I've discovered through my time with this institute, realizing how important that is, and especially the librarians have taught me that. Collaboration, creativity, and communication. So for me, it's those 4 C's is my definition.
I used to think about it as something called the new literacies of online reading comprehension and the ability to search and locate and critically evaluate and synthesize and communicate. However, in the last few years, pretty much informed by this space, I really have moved to a world of inquiry and thinking about how those particular competencies happen in a world of inquiry, and really this Summer Institute is my inquiry project, and I think a lot of people's digital literacy inquiry project. We never know what's going to happen. It really is very different every year, so I look forward to finding out what happens this
For
year.
me, my definition of digital literacy from a social studies lens is really how to critically evaluate information. And sort of like Kara, how do we interpret the messages that we're seeing, and also the text that we're reading, and there's so many different interpretations of reading now. And so for me, for students, I want them to be able to evaluate information, understand the credibility of that information and where it's coming from, and then create something meaningful to show their knowledge and to show the skills that they're learning over the course of their educational career.
So coming from a library field, I mean, I can actually repeat Amanda's definition, because I think of digital information literacy as being as the term, not just digital literacy. It's digital information literacy to me. So today we have so many more ways to create and share and organize and use and evaluate information. Like people think, oh, we have so much, we don't need libraries anymore, whatever, but actually you need us more than ever, because those skills are hard and they're in demand so much. And if we can collaborate with classroom teachers, I think we would better serve our students and their learning in digital information literacy. Thank you.
The field is literacy, and mainly I work with kids who have challenges in that field. So from that perspective, I really think of digital literacy in universal design for learning respect. So everyone will be able to engage if there are multiple means of action and expression, multiple means of representing information, and multiple means of action, engagement, representation, and expression. And so when we build it like that, they will all work.
So my definition of digital literacy deals with a problem that we've had in reading, where we really think of students in terms of their deficits and what they can't do. And I think there's so much promise in digital literacy and being able to both help students demonstrate what they can do and the assets that they bring, and then also find new and creative ways to support them so they can do things that we never believed and never thought possible, so they can do amazing things. So that's what I'm excited about learning with you this week.
Sometimes I use the term media education. I see digital literacy as a subset of media literacy. And for me, it's all about citizenship and democracy. Right now, I'm obsessed about propaganda. I'm worried as hell about the rising role that propaganda plays in our culture. And as an activist myself, I sometimes use propaganda to try to make a difference in the world. But I definitely think that communication and information is tied to the practice of citizenship in a democracy. And so that's really what I'm passionate about when I talk about digital and media literacy together at last.